Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? You know, it's your boy Benny Hertz, and you are tuned into 101.1 The Culture. And today I got my dog up in here, man. I got big Joe Barz in the building.
Yo, what's going on, Benny?
I also got big Dubs in the building.
Man, you better know it.
What's happening? What's happening? How y'all feeling today?
Man,
Oh man,
Gucci,
feeling good, man. Feeling real good
Gucci,
today,
Gucci.
Man, first off, before I even get deep, man, I want to thank you for coming.
man. No doubt.
The station is new and us doing the video podcasting is new. So I've always been like a Joe Barz fan. Like
I
a lot,
appreciate
a
that.
lot of people don't know it, and I don't think you know it until I talk to you about it. It's like y'all know Antski, who's part of the podcast, co-owner of the radio station.
Shout out Ansky.
Yeah,
Real talk.
yeah. That's my dog. We've been, I know y'all like, Jordan and Pippen. Me and him like Snoop and Dre.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
But when it comes to like the dudes that go hard in the paint with the rap, you like been like one of my favorite rappers, man. So it's like I've
That's
been
an
like
honor, Benny.
just
That's
just
real.
been rocking with Joe Barz for a minute. And so before we get deep into Joe Barz and everything you got going on, because you got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. There's a lot of people on here that don't know you. So tell them who you are, where you from, and a little bit about your upbringing, where you from. And both of y'all can do that.
All right. I'm Joe Barz, man. I'm originally born in Bronx, New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Moved down here when I was like 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? While here in town, mainly the cutoff, but
Okay.
I represent Bessemer, Southside Bessemer.
Big B's.
You know what I'm saying? And get love there, get the respect there. Far as my upbringing, man, I had a little tough upbringing. My mom's and my pops passed early in my life. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Before 13. So that kind of really inspired me to do music. You know what I mean? That's kind of the root of me doing music. You know what I mean? It's an outlet. So
Okay, for sure.
Man, the same here, man. I was born in Maryland. End up in the BCO, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? In Bessemer, big Bessemer. You know what I'm saying? Started out saying, yeah, man, bro. You know what I'm saying? We connected, man. You know what I'm saying? And everything, It came up hard too, project, whatever. Started hustling, man, got up on my feet. Did try to do good things for the community.
That's what's up.
And it paid off, you know what I'm saying? I met my partner right here, man. It sure enough paid off for real, man.
That's what's happening.
You
That's
know
what's
what I'm
happening,
saying?
man. And big salute to y'all because a lot of people, as they go through these rough upbringings, I think a lot of us come from the soil.
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And as we grow up and evolve, because you got a little snow in yours, you got yours
Yeah,
shaved
Yeah.
down.
man, man.
I'm
Hey,
starting to
man.
get comfortable with mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as we grow up, and I just said this talking to a young guy that just left out. I said, as a child, we spoke as a child, we thought as a child.
Hmm.
But when you become a man, you put away childish things.
That's right.
And so it's hard for certain people to pivot. And some people pivot later in life, and some people pivot earlier in life. But the blessing is that you've been able to pivot and you still here and you still authentically yourself, because some people make that pivot and they totally change.
Hmm.
And sometimes that's necessary for that person. But me, I always look at what's in the heart,
That's where it's at.
and so
Yeah, for sure.
that's a big salute to you to be able to do that. So you talked a little bit about being from the Bronx.
Yeah. Bronx,
It's
New York.
the
174th and Bryant.
Woo!
South Bronx.
Yeah,
South,
South
Bronx.
Bronx.
All right.
Yeah. And so I've been to New York a couple of times in my life. Now, you came here when you were kind of young.
Hmm.
Did you ever go back and forth between
Yeah.
those places? Okay.
Yeah.
So we talk about culture here a lot on the station. So I was born here and moved to California. So it was like a big culture shock. And I moved when I was 6.
Hmm.
And I always came back and forth throughout my life. And it's like I got a chance to put, if you know me, everybody know I'm gonna tell you I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. But I got a real hard West Coast swag just because I spent so much of my time there as a youth.
That's right.
But I'm Southern born, you know what I'm saying? And still Southern raised. I got a Southern mama and a Southern dad. You know what
no
I'm
doubt.
saying? So what is the culture like, and what were some of the things that you experienced during that transition?
Um, well, it's fast. Most definitely a fast mind state. Learning to adapt. You know what I'm saying? with things out of your hands. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
you have to learn fast. It's like it's slow down. They say it's slow down south, but it's really fast down here too. So
Yeah.
Sure.
you really can match one into one. You know what I'm saying? So but as far as like the music culture, man, it's a little more thriving than it is in the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the South is where it's at.
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a blend of best of both worlds for real. For me, it is. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I have East Coast fans. I got West Coast fans too. I mean, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And West Coast influence, Ice Cube, oh man, Silly Cell, E40. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just to name a few. So it's really, as far as East Coast, I could say like Wu-Tang Clan, Biggie, Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few, but just the influence and just the fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
The fashion, the DJ culture. You know what I mean? Because they are a big part of music. A
For
lot
sure.
of people
For
don't
sure.
big up the DJ, but the DJ, you know what I'm saying, most definitely should get some credit too. So just the influence, man, from New York to just down south, man. It's a good look for me.
That's
I
what's
blend
up.
both of them.
That's what's up. And Maryland.
man,
Maryland, a whole different vibe from both of them.
a whole different vibe, bro.
What was Maryland like?
Man, yeah, I was young when you know what I'm saying, I was in Maryland, man. I came to Birmingham when I was like 10, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So I really in the spirit with everything, but I was going back and forth every summer.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it's different from Alabama.
Yeah.
You know,
It's,
it's
that-
real
that-
different.
it's real different.
It's
I've been
real
to
different, you know
Maryland
what I'm
once in
saying?
my life, and when I went there, I went there for something that was totally non-music related and totally non-family related. It was on some business,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like you say, the South is fast and up north is fast. They just both run in different races.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I don't know a better way to put that, but the race is different. And so I say a lot of stuff is relative. So wherever you at is how you adapt.
Exactly.
Right,
And
right,
so
right.
it takes different coping skills sometimes to be in one place than it does to be in another place.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's certain things that if I go back to the West Coast, I know certain places that I just don't go.
Mm-hmm.
And you may feel like that sometimes in Birmingham, but I've always felt like as I gotten older, because a lot of stuff, like I said, when you were young, you did things, but now I feel like the earth is my turf.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
I can kind of go,
first
Yeah,
and foremost.
that's right. You go
I'm
anywhere.
good in any hood,
In the hood, that's
you know,
right.
and I'm always gonna be me authentically no matter where I go.
Yeah.
So it's always been that, and I think my influence comes from those different places too, as far as musically. And I know, as I say, I'm a fan of Joe Barz. You know what I'm saying? I've heard the different influences within the music because you hard, bro. I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all
for
know
sure.
it, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
for
really got to check out Joe music, man. Joe hard, and
Yeah, for sure.
he come from the soil, but he can give it to you raw,
And uncut any kind of way.
any kind of way. He can come so many different ways. He can give it straightforward, then he can also come lyrical. You know what I mean? And being from, and I'm not saying the South ain't lyrical, but we wasn't known for that originally. It was there, but we wasn't known for that.
No
But
doubt.
the East Coast has always been on the metaphors and the more, I don't want to just call it boom bap, because boom bap is more the production style, but it was more on the, let me give you some knowledge, let me give you
Mhm.
some game, let me tell you something about the street, but also let me educate you a little bit.
At
So
the same time.
at the same time, so I hear a lot of that in your music. So I know you talked about East Coast influence, but if you was to name your top 3 influences in music, what would they be?
UGK, Pimp C,
Okay.
Rakim,
Ooh, okay.
Master P.
And you know what? When you say all of them, right? I'm a big P fan because of the business.
That's me
So-
too.
I
so-
mean, that dude like a real
So-
a mogul out this world. You know what I mean? A million hustles from music to
Cereal,
cereal, shoes, clothes, you know. before people was talking about having brand deals, P was like one of the first hip hop artists to have like major brand deals and owning them. You know what I'm saying? The ownership thing is something that Master P always influenced me in. And when I look at Joe, it's like Joe is one of those guys to where I come from the soil, I'm from the street, but you know what? I got these different businesses going. I rap, I got fashion. I can write for you. I throw my own shows and events.
Sure.
I touch people in the community.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks can't
Daily.
say it. Daily.
Every day, 24/8.
You know, and you know, I salute that because it takes a lot. People don't realize what it takes in order to balance all of those things and be good at all of them. Because a lot of times you try to balance too much, something gonna fall. And you done found a way to hold that up. How do you do that, bro?
Being prayer first.
Prayer, bro.
Prayer. It makes room. It makes room for the vision. You know what I'm saying? And once you lock in on your vision and can't nobody tell you no, you know what I'm saying?
And you gotta have patience, bro.
You know
Big
what?
patience.
That's been the theme of the day. Everybody I've talked to today during these interviews have talked about patience.
Got to. That's like the key.
And I'm talking about my guy that's in here. I met him when he was 15, and now he's 24. And you ain't got to reveal your age. You ain't got to be ashamed of it, whatever. And then another guy was in here. He talked about he's 38. And here I am, 52. And I'm talking about patience. And you guys brought up the same thing.
Bro,
so
I'm 50.
I just made 40.
And so that there's a lot of wisdom in the room. A lot of wisdom in the room. And I think as you become wise, patience should be one of those things that you get.
Yeah.
How did you develop it though?
Being consistent.
Man, we had to keep it consistent, keep it moving, man. You know, being on one accord with each other, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We wait on the blessing, understand them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot, man. Being honest, honesty, true, trustworthy, loyal.
Moving on God time.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
And you know what? That take patience.
It take patience.
Moving on God's time take
patience.
patience. I know that there's a lot of things I wanted in my life, and I tried to rush it, and it didn't come the way I wanted it to come. And sometimes it didn't come because it wasn't my time and it wasn't meant for me. And you know, even with the station, you know, I've been thinking about this for like months and months and months and months, and I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was just like, am I really gonna do this? And I was pushed into doing this. And pushed, God told me, hey, you got more to do, but it ain't gonna be the way that you see to do it. You know, so coming into that state, and you talk about God's time, and y'all business partners and homies.
Yeah.
You know, so it take a lot of being on one accord. So would you say both of y'all are visionaries?
Yeah, most definitely. We bounce off each other energy, ideas, just as well as JR too.
Just shout out to JR. He over there in the back.
Shout out to JR, man. Really.
That's my dog.
Show, man.
We just bounce ideas, man, feed off each other energy. We all been through something. We all see where we trying to go. We all see how we want the state of Alabama music culture to be. You know what I mean? So it's deep.
So I know that you weren't technically always a solo artist.
No, I wasn't. Merc Camp music, man.
Merc Camp. Legendary.
Yeah, man.
Legendary.
So shout out to
Merc Camp, man. Long live free Merc Heist.
Legend. How did you become a part of Merc Camp?
That's the co-founder Nut Peanut doing.
Yeah.
Rapping at I used to rap at high school games, man. I used to battle rap.
Okay.
In the streets or whatever. This go back to like Al's parking lot. If anybody familiar with Birmingham music scene back in the G.
Did you say Al's
Al's.
before it was Mike's, before it was Mike's Crossroads?
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah, rapping in the parking lot, man. Like I say, rapping at football games, and just so happened he heard me. And we linked, exchanged numbers. You know what I'm saying? They treated me like a little brother for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Said Merck Camp is more like a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Then it evolved to a music group. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's family right there.
For sure.
Oh.
Mixtapes after mixtapes.
Man, I used to look forward to the Merc stuff. And you got to remember, so I was producing a young white kid back at that time. You know what I'm saying? And the first time we went to Bessemer, y'all was on stage.
No doubt.
You know, and that's the first time I heard Joe. And I heard everybody rap, but Joe stood out. I think you was the youngest at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I be trying to keep it a certain way. I was like, that nigga can go.
Yeah, man, he's still standing out, man, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Sure.
Man. Appreciate that.
And then it was that.
A lot of people say that too, man.
And
shout
then,
out to everybody else though, but a lot of people say that.
And then your stage presence was something to be known. And so, like I say, Ski my dog. You know what I'm saying? Ski one of the best perfect people I never seen do it on stage. The way he set up shows and the way he performed and his energy and the way he delivered. Shout out to my brother Ant Ski.
No doubt. And speaking on Ant Ski, man, I remember doing a show with Ant Ski, man, and he was telling me, hey Joe, connect with the audience, man, by looking at them. You know what I'm saying? Let them introduce them to you by looking at them. You know what I mean? So and I always took that advice at every show I did from then on. So shout out Ant Ski for that, man.
That's what's up. He, like I say,
he gonna recall that too.
He will. Ski don't forget nothing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may take him a minute to remember, and then he'll hit, man, Magic. And so some say, I don't know that. That's my other moniker. Man, Magic. Man, Joe was talking to. Joe would ask me something, man, and I finally remember what he was talking about.
No doubt.
And then next time he see you, he'll tell you he remembered it too. So, big shout out to Ski. So now, Merc Camp goes through what it's gone through, and we don't have to go through that whole thing. And Joe is back to being more of a solo artist. How was that transition? And how was you able to withstand everything that happened?
Man, tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you go from writing songs together, chilling together, hitting clubs together, shows, on the road together, to like you just look around and just be like, you know what I mean? A whole transition right here. But what I did was I kept a grip of everything from the sound of our music to what we represented to, you know, to the core of what Merc Camp was trying to do for Alabama music and being a record label, an independent record label, you know what I'm saying? I just embodied all that, man, you know, and I stood on business. And so everything, all the music I drop, you know what I'm saying? I try to make sure it's connected to the streets, is hitting for the world, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's what's up. And so y'all been rocking for a long time.
Long time.
And I'm looking here at the table and I see shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I always talk about you being a mogul.
I call myself an underground mogul.
An underground mogul.
For
okay.
sure.
I like that terminology, underground. So what brought about the flip from just doing the music to the merch? Because, you know, every time if I pull up out there, I see the clothing jumping.
Yeah. Me and my partner, man, we locked in. I want to say, what year this was?
Man,
Like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
2012.
2012.
You know what I'm saying? We selling mixtapes. I was started selling mixtapes. Bro was been putting his hustle down.
Right.
South side, north side, west side. You know what I'm saying? So He took a liking in what I was doing. We linked up.
And we put it together, man.
And we put it
You know what I'm
together.
talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got Dream Re-Up. We got the Civilized Life. That's what, you know what I'm saying, he bring it to the table.
Okay.
We just move as a unit. JR, he you know what I'm saying, he on my back about it. You know what I'm saying?
JR gonna stay on you.
Man.
Man,
He a
look,
one-on-one, man.
That was a
I
good
can most
dude,
definitely
man.
say, and being him, for him to prior to manage a legendary
Yeah.
rap group, View Mob, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Long live Bam Carter, long live Shaw D, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Like, it just represent a lot in the whole, man.
It does. And so a lot of people don't know. I'm gonna give some people some history too. So, you know, I printed up View Mod's first CD. Because back then it was me, Sincere, Absolute, and I was and actually let me not say I pressed it up. Let me say Sincere pressed it up because I bought the duplicator and the printer.
Yeah.
I got a degree in network engineering, so I built the duplicator.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm you know, I'm multi-talented. And so I built the duplicator and we wanted to start a secondary business. And I was rocking with my boys from not the they was in the View Curve Block.
Okay.
Okay. And so shout out to Curve Block. Yeah, Southern G's.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you know, they was getting some stuff printed up and they was like, hey, I know Reebok. They looking to do theirs. So we had printed up some stuff for Reebok. And then Shad and Bam said, hey, we trying to get ours printed up too.
Mm-hmm.
And so we put up their first run. And I still got a copy of that disc to this day at my house.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Classic.
yeah, it some classic work on there. And y'all just taking everything that y'all have done as far as the shirts, the mixtapes, the throwing your own events.
Yeah, the Who Got Bars.
The who got bars. What's next? I mean,
Man, big fashion show coming up next.
Big
man.
fashion
Big
show.
fashion show.
Okay,
man.
tell me about this fashion
Big
show,
fashion
man.
show, man. There's the man behind, right? I gotta give it to my guy right here, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The boy got big dreams, you know what I'm talking about? But we're gonna have a big fashion show. Everybody gonna come out, man, Pacific Center. They're gonna be flowing
So
through
where is it? What's the date? I mean, I gotta pull up.
We still putting things together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try to go for like April though.
Okay.
Let the weather
it's
change
going
around.
down.
But we constantly in the streets pumping and promoting the merch, the music. So just keep going, man. You know what I mean?
We just own it. We just own it every
but the
day.
fashion, this gonna be our first annual fashion show though.
So this gonna be a recurring thing as
we
as
try
we
to
do
keep
the fashion, then it's gonna develop and the next one and the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to.
Same with the Who Got Bars showcase. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We plan on doing some big things with that too, me and JR.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So artists in the city, if they ready, man, if you know what I'm saying, we looking for dope talent.
Pull
you know
up, man. Holla at us, man.
For sure.
So
And so, but before we tune out, I always talk about you definitely done so much for the music culture in not just the city but the state, because you're a legend. Whether you want to call it an owner or not, you're a legend.
I appreciate that.
Ain't too many people been able to say they didn't had a 10-year, 15-year run doing this. You have touched that. What are you doing to touch the people in your community?
Oh man.
yeah, a lot,
man.
We giving it
Like
back,
I say, when I say daily, it's deeper than music. You know what I'm saying? When you touching, when you out there in that field for real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you meet different people, bro. No matter what circumstances they going through, what living conditions they in, you know, you treat everybody the same.
Correct.
Exactly.
So my job is, you know what I'm saying, no matter where I'm at, but particularly where I'm at, man, just giving back that love, bro, that genuine love in the hood, bro.
For
sure.
Being somebody can talk to, being somebody, you know, they can look up to in a positive light, being
Yeah.
in a negative area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stereotype though.
Correct.
You understand what I'm-
Stereotypically a negative area, but there's a lot of good in the
It's
hood.
a lot of good in this hood, you know what I
lot
mean?
of-
And so that's what I thrive off of from the people. They love me. I love them back, you know what I mean?
It's real.
And we keep it going,
Sure.
bro. You know, and we plan to do bigger and better things for Bessemer and Birmingham as well.
For sure. Well, you know that this is housed in the Crescent Cultural Community Center. And so I always invite people, if you got something good going on that you want to do something as a give back, come holler at us, because we got a big facility and there's so many things that we can do as partners.
Okay.
I think collaboration beats competition any day, and we're not
does.
competing with nobody
Nah,
when it's talking to
nobody.
giving back.
Nah.
See,
you
that
know-
be the thing right there.
You know, I ain't trying to compete with nobody. I'm like, so how can we do? You doing a give back? We doing it. How can we make it a big give back?
That's right.
You know, we do
Right.
food drives. We do you know, coat giveaways. You see, we got clothes out there. We didn't help people with moving. We got U-Haul trucks.
No doubt.
You know, there's a lot of things that we've done to assist, and with what you guys got going on, I'm sure that there's a way that we can always connect and try to do something to give back for the
For
culture.
sure, Benny. For sure. We most definitely can do that, man.
Bet. So I know we said that we're gonna tune out, but before we do, I need everybody to know where to find Joe Barz, where to find Big Dubs. I need your social, where the music at, and where they can find you posted.
All right. They most definitely can find me on all music platforms, man, through Ditto. We going with Spotify title. You know what I'm saying? They can most definitely type me in on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, Threads, you know what I mean? TikTok. You know
All
what I'm
of
saying?
it.
All
All of it,
platforms,
man.
you know it.
Under Joe
Find-
Barz,
Yeah,
Joebarz.
Yes,
sure.
yes. Make sure you add that Z.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my partner as well.
Same thing, man. Facebook, Instagram, all platforms. You know, we find me, man. Big Dub, B double,
Okay.
BDOU, BLE. You know what I'm saying? You can holler at me.
For
You know
sure,
what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
Man, anything, you know.
Any special shout outs before we go? We done already shout out JR. I want to get him on camera, but I think we just gonna get us a good picture.
One more thing.
One more thing, okay.
One more thing. Diamond Avenue. Y'all know where we at.
Okay.
South Bessemer.
Real talk.
This is where the finals every day, 24/8.
For 24/8.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to my moms and pops, man. You know,
So
they
big
with
shout
me.
out.
Shout out to the whole South Side. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out for Benny for having me here at
Man.
101.1
for sure,
The
man.
Culture, man. Cause this
I
for the
appreciate it.
culture, man. You hear me? 2025, man. We looking real bright. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
More
man.
music
We'll keep it
coming.
moving.
Go check them videos out. You know, we're gonna run it like that.
For sure. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all for showing up.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, 101.1 The Culture, you can find his music on the radio station too.
Oh,
So,
no doubt.
on the station.
Request
you you can request it, send an email. All you got to do, 101theculture.com is the website. But if you want to tune in through your app, if you got the TuneIn app or the Live 365 app, all you got to do is go in there and search for 101.1 The Culture. It'll pull up. Just hit play. And I promise you, you're going to do that.
Man,
Check
get
out
your
the
merch,
merch.
man.
Get
Get your
you some merch.
merch. Get you some merch. Still
Pull up
alive
to my
life.
guy.
Dream
They
re
told
up.
you how to hook up. Civilized life.
Dream re-up.
Dream re-up.
For sure.
And we up and we out.
Out of here.
Peace.